And welcome to the Raleigh Board of Selectmen meeting of October 20th, 2014. As a reminder, I would like to let you know that this meeting is being audio and video recorded digitally. And I call the meeting to order at 7 p.m. And our first order of business will be the Pledge of Allegiance. Chief, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Chief. Chairman's comments. I have none tonight, although I would like to ask for a moment of silence for Elizabeth Herrick, who passed away a couple of days ago. She was part of the Herrick farm up on Dodge Road. Thank you. From 7:05 to 7:15 will be citizens' query. And the next agenda item is general business. Item 1 under general business, a letter of resignation from Police Department Janitor Richard Curran. To Chief Robert Barker, from Richard Curran, dear Chief Barker. This is my notification to you that I am retiring from my position of custodian here at the police station. Thank you. And the resignation is effective 10/17/14. General business item number 2.
You need a motion to accept that?
Yeah, we probably should accept that, shouldn't we?
Give me a motion to accept it and send them a letter of thank you.
Motion made.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to accept Richard Curran's resignation from the position of custodian for the police station. And we will accept that with regrets. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. General business item number 2 is a request from Town Administrator to lift hiring freeze for Police Department Janitor. Debbie is asking the board to lift the hiring freeze so that we can post the Police Department Janitor position. Dick Karam held both positions. Debbie and Chief Barker are posting these positions under one job vacancy notice. He was the Police Department Janitor, but also the Town Hall Janitor. Is there any discussion?
Give me a motion, Mr. Chairman.
I'll second it.
Motion made and seconded to lift the hiring freeze. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Let's see. Request from Library Director Pam Jacobson to lift the hiring freeze for 2 substitute library page positions. The Honorable Board of Selectmen, Town Hall, Raleigh, Mass. Relifting the hiring freeze. Dear sirs, I would like to request that the hiring freeze be lifted so that the Raleigh Public Library may hire 2 substitute library pages. With the recent resignation of Terry Real due to her mother's ailing health, we are left with only 1 active substitute library page. Ideally, we would have 3 on staff. Having trained substitute pages available to fill in when conflicts or illnesses arise helps the library to function smoothly and stay on budget with optimal staff levels on duty. Thank you for your consideration in this matter. Pamela Jacobson, Library Director.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made
Second.
and seconded. All those in favor of lifting the hiring freeze for the library signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 4, general business. Set trick-or-treating hours for Friday, October 31st, 2014, from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Police Chief Robert Barker has recommended that the Board of Selectmen set the trick-or-treating hours for the upcoming Halloween holiday as follows. Friday, October 31st, 2014, from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. These are the town's traditional trick-or-treating hours. Have you got any comment on that, Chief?
I'll just say that the other towns around us pick the same time every year, so that we don't have alternating nights with trick-or-treating in different towns.
Sounds like
It kind of keeps everything together,
a good idea.
to me.
Yep, me too. Entertain a motion?
Make that motion?
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded to set the trick-or-treating hours, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 5. General business. Vote to sign the Police Department's Federal Equitable Sharing Report. The Police Department's Federal Equitable Sharing Report requires a vote and signature of the Chairman of the Board of Selectmen. The Board of Selectmen needs to vote to authorize Chairman Murray to sign the document. Mr. Murray will then sign and date. Okay. Is this a standard form, Chief, that you have to send in
It
yearly?
is, briefly, we don't have any money in there right now.
Okay.
We used to have a bunch and we spent it over the years. But this was a form that used to be signed by the treasurer. And for some reason this year they've decided it needs to be signed by the Board of Selectmen. So, here we are.
Well, I suppose I could say because I'm the chairman, but I think we won't go there. Does that sound okay?
That sounds good to me.
I'll give you a motion, Mr. Chairman, if you want.
I'll give
Sure.
you- I'll give you a
To sign
second.
this form.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, that's done. Item number 6, road opening permit. To the Board of Selectmen. Dear Selectmen, the undersigned hereby makes application in the name of National Grid Keyspan for permission to open 27 Long Hill Road for the purpose of new gas service. It's map 10, parcel 8, lot 1-3. Start date would be 10/9/14. Okay, it has been approved by the Highway Department. It has also been signed off by the Conservation Agent. Is there any discussion?
Make a motion?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Actually, I've got one more in this pile, so we'll sign them both at the same time.
Sure.
And we have a second road opening permit application for National Grid. Number 7. And this is permission to open 202 Weathersfield Street to cut-off services at Main, 30 feet by 2 feet street opening, including plan or map number 23, parcel lot 9.
I'll give you that motion.
Okay, it's been
Second.
approved by the highway and it's been signed off by the conservation agent. Motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Vice Chairman?
Escape salmon, okay.
Thank you. Item number 8. Request from Pine Grove School Parent Teacher Association to place lawn signs publicizing the Fall Fest by placing signs at the following locations: Island at Bradford Street and Route 133, and on the corner of the Town Common by the gazebo, and to reschedule event to Sunday, October 26, due to forecasted inclement weather. The Pine Grove School PTA has withdrawn its request to place lawn signs publicizing the Fall Fest. However, they have made the following request. Due to the rainy weather forecasted this week, the PTA is requesting to reschedule this event on Sunday, October 26, 2014, from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Fall Fest coordinator Tara Gibbs left a message with the Roberts Funeral Home about the date change. The Board of Selectmen needs to vote to grant the PTA permission to use the Town Common for the 2014 festival.
With a motion, Mr. Chairman. I'll second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 9, sign election warrants. Okay, the Board of Selectmen needs to vote and sign 8 state election warrants. The state election will be held on Thursday, November 4th, 2014, from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. at St. Mary's Hall, 202 Main Street, Rowley.
Give me that motion, Mr. Chairman.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded to sign the election warrants. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. 7:15, and this citizen query will be closed. Is there anyone in the audience that wanted to say anything? Okay, so citizen's query is closed. Thank you. Okay. General business item number 10, road opening permit, National Grid key span. for permission to open 312 Havel Street for the purpose of cutting and capping inactive gas service at the main in the street. Map 14, Lot 12.
Give me the motion, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. The highway is signed off, and the conservation agent is also signed off. Any questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Mr. Chairman, if you'd like, we can have the board sign those after the meeting concludes, as long as the vote's been taken.
Okay,
There's three,
3 total.
yeah, that you need to act on.
Okay. General business item number 11 is a road opening permit for permission to open 854 Havel Street for the purpose of cutting and capping inactive gas service back to the main in the street, map 5, parcel lot 88.
Give me the motion, Mr. Chairman.
Motion made
Second.
and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 12. Road opening permit for permission to open 982 Havel Street for the purpose of cutting and capping inactive gas service at the main in the street. Map 4, parcel 19.
Give me that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, the next agenda item is old business and review special town meeting warrant and assign motions. Review special town meeting warrant and assign motions. The Board of Selectmen needs to review the October 27, 2014 special town meeting warrant and assign motions. Okay, the first article is a standard article to hear and act on reports of committees and boards. I suppose the chairman can,
So, Mr. Chairman, if you would like to have somebody to suspend the reading of the warrant, which isn't a motion, it's an article on here, but it would be a motion, the first motion.
okay,
So typically that's the chairman of the board.
sounds good.
And then if you could go down to Article 3 then.
Okay, Article 3 is to see if the town will vote to suspend the town meeting application of section 19 and 20 of the town meeting bylaw, which is, again, a standard article.
I'll do that, Mr. Chairman.
Dave.
Nobody objects.
Article 4, to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $3,000.
I'll do that, Mr. Chairman.
Jack. Article 5, we'll vote to raise and appropriate $1,965 to be used by the Board of Selectmen to bring the town hall hydraulic elevator in compliance.
I'll do that.
Actually,
Maybe withdrawn, right?
well, it's going to be on the warrant, but it will be postponed indefinitely. Okay? So we still need to
Right.
actually do it. So you want to do it, Jack?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Article 6, to appropriate sum of $5,000 to be used by the Library Board of Trustees.
I'll do that.
And if they don't want to do it, if it's their...
If there are.
Okay.
Yeah, typically it would be read by the inserters. But
Yeah.
Okay, item 7, to see if the town will vote to transfer the sum of $777, Essex County Retirement, from line of Essex County Retirement to Article 5 of the annual town meeting.
I can do that.
Joe? To see if the town will vote to transfer an appropriate sum of $129 for sanitary health wages.
This is a health department article, but if I could just have a selectman, just in case a member of the health board isn't present.
I'll do it if they don't do it.
to see if the town will vote, Article number 9, to see if the town votes to raise and appropriate $3,603 for North Shore Agricultural and Tech.
I can do that.
Article 10, to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $10,000 to be added to line 117 Veterans Benefits.
I'll do that.
Article 11, to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $8,285 for the annual town meeting.
I'll do that for the air conditioning.
Okay. Article 12, to see if the town will vote to take the following action: transfer 29,000, transfer 29,866, and transfer 12,000. They're, I believe these are water board articles.
No, police wages.
Police wages, okay. There we go. I guess I could do that one. And Article 13, to see if the town will vote to appropriate the refund of the purchase of the new ladder truck of $17,671.99 to
I'll do it.
offset the principal.
I'll do it.
So Bob will do it. Article 14, to see if the town will vote to transfer an appropriate sum of $25,000 from the stabilization fund to be used by the harbor master for replacement of ramps, docks, and gangways.
I assume Bill will probably want to do that, right?
I would think he would, so he could explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Article 15, to see if the town will vote to transfer an appropriate sum of $245,000 from the water department stabilization fund.
So, Mr. Chairman, 15, 16, and 17 are all water.
All water, okay.
So I will be giving them their motions.
Okay, Article 18, to see if the town will vote to transfer and appropriate the sum of $208,000.
I'll do that one, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. And Article 19, to see if the town will vote pursuant to Mass General Laws, Chapter 44B, to transfer and appropriate from the Community Preservation unreserved account the amount of $15,000, et cetera, for the Girl Scout camp.
I'd like to do that one as a member of the CPC.
Joe, you want to take that? Okay.
And Article 20, to see if the town will pursuant to Mass General Laws, Chapter 40B, vote and transfer the balance of $13,667.50 for the Jewel Mill back to the Community Preservation Fund.
I will give that to the chairman of the CPC, and otherwise Mr. Perry can do that as a participant on that.
Okay. And that takes care of the warrant.
Just a reminder to the public, Mr. Chairman, that town meeting is next Monday at 7:30 PM at the Pine Grove School, and we need 100 people for a quorum to conduct the meeting, so please come.
Yes, by all means.
If we can start the meeting at 7:30 at the appointed time, I wouldn't think we'd be there much beyond 8:30, 8:45, if all goes well.
Okay, old business number 2, discuss donation from Yankee Pine Corporation to pay for the town hall elevator upgrade. The Yankee Pine Corporation is donating the funds to upgrade the town hall elevator. The company has submitted a check made payable to Haley Elevator Company, Inc. in the amount of $1,965, which is the amount we put in the special town meeting warrant. The Board of Selectmen needs to vote to accept this donation and to send a letter thanking Yankee Pine Corporation for this generous donation.
I'll give you that motion, Mr. Chairman, with a hearty note of thanks to them for that donation. That's really very much appreciated.
It's
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. New business number 1, one-day liquor license application for Clark School. One-day liquor. Tammy O'Brien Donahue will be present this evening, so I'm assuming that's you?
That's me.
That's you, great. Clark School, 14 Forest Ridge Drive, Rowley, is requesting a one-day liquor license for Friday, November 14th, 2014, from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. for a Parent Advisory Committee fundraiser and parent social event. Only wine will be served, and there is a 2-glass maximum per person. No one under the age of 21 will be allowed to attend. Chief Barker has signed off on this application with the following conditions. Since there is no tips certified bartender, I will require strict adherence to a 2-drink per person limit. Chief Robert Barker, 10/20/2014. If the Board of Selectmen approves this application, Chief Barker's conditions will be stipulated in the approval and written on to the license. Additionally, the applicant is required to purchase the wine from ABCC approved distributor list. Is there any discussion?
I assume you can abide by those 2 conditions?
We can.
That's a nice looking school. I'm glad to see them come in down there. It really gives them a nice set of buildings and activity for that area that's really kind of devoid of business activity. So we welcome them to Rowley, and good luck to you guys.
Okay, I reviewed the application. It seems to be in order.
I'll give you that motion to grant that one-day license as specified.
Second that.
Okay, motion made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Mr. Chairman, that license will be prepared and ready for the board to sign tomorrow. At your convenience, if you can pop in and we can forward that to
Okay,
Ms. Donahue from the Clark School.
very good. Okay. You're welcome, and
You're welcome.
thank you.
Good luck.
Okay, new business number 2 is discuss 44 West Ox Pasture Lane.
Mr. Chairman, I didn't actually have a site walk. I met about 10 days ago with a group organized a number of town departments with the planning board running the meeting. It was, fire department was there, the planning board, Board of Health, Conservation Commission, myself, and a developer who wants to put some houses out on off of West Ox Pasture Lane. So it's you've got the picture there right in the middle. It's 44 acres. They own quite a bit of land out there. At this point, there's some commercial land as well as all this house land. They want to develop part of the 44 acres. They're going to be submitting plans to the planning board to come in off of West Ox Pasture Lane, which on the right side you see Weathersfield Street goes out, and then it takes a left into West Ox. Ultimately, they have a right-of-way that goes into the end of Arthur Gordon Drive. There's a right-of-way in the end there, so they can actually, and I guess they have permission from the previous subdivision plans to enter that. At this point, they're talking about putting probably a maximum of 18 to 20 houses that would be going on this particular lot. And that what they were presenting was just a general concept of what they were doing and give boards a chance to put their 2 cents worth in before they actually start drawing plans. So the biggest concern of mine, as well as everybody else in the meeting just about, was that West Oxford Pasture Lane is deplorable as far as it's a non-paved road, and we've oftentimes tried to, have something done with that. It's a complicated, expensive proposition, so we all imparted to the developer that to really put that primary entrance will be in off of Weathersfield Street on West Ox Pasture, that they need to think about how they're gonna make that road more passable.
Right.
And hopefully Hot Topic, which would solve a lot of issues that we've had over the years in dealing with the residents down there, so.
I realize that West Ox Pasture is only accepted for about, I think it's 900 feet.
Yeah, there was some question about that, and I guess at a previous, this proposal came forward about 6, 7, 8 years ago. And then when the economy kind of fell apart, they dropped it. But at that time, I guess the town attorney had mentioned there was even some issues of the town acceptance on it, whether they did it properly. So there's a lot of issues to be dealt with, and they're aware of them. They were at that meeting anyway. There was very cooperative atmosphere. So I just mainly want to let the board know that that's a potential development, and we were mainly at this point interested in what happens with West Ox Pasture Lane. Because to put 18 to 20 more houses down there and have them use a dirt road is really unacceptable.
It would be unacceptable because we do have some issues there.
Yeah, so that's all. At this point, they're going to drop land, and it'll be coming up in the next year, probably. They'll be coming back, so.
We were out there several times last year and the year before
Yeah.
rating.
Yeah.
So
It's a constant problem, just
Constant.
keeping the road for the few residents that are out there, so.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so the next items are minutes, and the first set of minutes is July 28th. Has everybody had a chance to review those minutes?
We don't have anything in our packet.
Yeah, they were emailed to us, weren't they? Or
At the beginning of October, I put them in the folder.
Oh, that's right.
yeah, I had them in my
You did.
folder. I read them over. I had no
Yeah.
problem with it. I'll make a motion to accept.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded for July 28th minutes. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Minutes are accepted. Minutes for September 3rd, 2014.
make a motion.
I'll
Motion
second it.
made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. And September 15th, 2014 minutes.
I'll make that motion.
Motion made and seconded.
I'll second.
Seconded. Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
Minutes are accepted. Motion carries. Okay, announcements. Fall special town meeting is scheduled for Monday, October 27th, 2014 at 7:30 PM at the Pine Grove School. Please come. We need 100 people present to form a quorum. And as Dave has mentioned earlier, it won't take long. If we get the 100 people, we can get right through it. There's only 20 articles, and they're all mostly standard type articles for transfers. Okay, library events, landscapes, oil painter, Priscilla Seraphin's work on display during the months of October and November. Astronomy display during the month of October. Backyard chickens, poultry expert on Thursday, October 23rd, 2014 at 7 p.m. If anybody's interested in raising chickens in their backyard, that's the program you want to go to. Salinity for a holiday discussion, Thursday, October 3rd, 2014 at 7 p.m. West Nile virus has been detected in mosquitoes collected in Rowley. Residents seeking information on the West Nile virus should read the information on the town's website or contact the health department at 978-2231. The town has the following vacancies. Fence viewer, 3 positions. Wood, lumber, and bark inspector, and zoning board of appeals associate, 2 open seats. Historical commission, historic district commission, 3 seats. Parks and recreation committee, 2 seats. For more information on these positions, please contact the Selectmen's office at 948-2372. Rowley Food Pantry is in need of donations. The food pantry is open Tuesdays from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and Thursdays from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. Given that, I will accept a motion. Motion to go into executive session. Chairman calls for a motion to go into executive session for the following purposes: to conduct collective bargaining sessions and to discuss strategies with respect to collective bargaining, because an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the bargaining position of the town, and to consider the filing of criminal complaints and not to return to open session.
I'll give you that motion.
I'll second.
Motion made and seconded by roll call vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye, Jack Cook.
I, Robert Snow.
Aye, Robert Murray.
Aye, Joe Carey.
I, Dave Peterson.
We are now in executive session.
Uh,
Amy?
Next week.
Okay. See you tomorrow.